Hola otra vez chicos, hi Dr. G again. This is the plan and the learning objective for this part. See, we are here. Topic is possessive adjectives and the learning objective is saying that at the end of this class session, we will be able to talk about things that belong to us, to you today, to the owner. And let's continue. I'm gonna open the page of the book. We are on page 84, and these are, when we talk about possessive adjective, this is what I'm talking about.
Mi, tú, su, nuestro, vuestro, su.
And those are all for the singular. You see the first column here is the subject pronoun. These are possessive adjective with singular nouns, and now we're gonna hear possessive adjective with plural nouns.
Mis, tus, sus, nuestros, nuestras, vuestros, vuestras, sus.
I guess you notice that we have a lot of sus, and yes, that creates ambiguity in the language. But let's see more in detail what I have prepared for you. So let's see the possessive adjective in a more fun way with a song, okay?
El libro es el mío, sí, es el mío. Eso es el posesivo, claro, es mi posesión. Ahora, mis, tú, tus, sus, dígalos, adjetivos posesivos. Mis, tú, tus, sus, dígalos, adjetivos posesivos. A mi hermana le gusta la vida, en su opinión la vida es magnífica, estupenda. ¿Y tú? ¿Tú? ¿Cómo es tu autoestima? ¿Es de ti? ¿Es de tuyo? ¿Qué te parece eso? Mis, tú, sus, dígalos, adjetivos posesivos. Mis, tú, tus, sus, dígalos, adjetivos posesivos. Mis, tú, tus, sus, dígalos, adjetivos posesivos. Mis, tú, tus, sus, dígalos, adjetivos posesivos.
Duro. Okay, chicos, I hope you enjoyed the song. I love it. I watch me sing and I love sing and dance, and I love both. More dancing, but let's go continue in detail about possessive adjectives. See, you notice these are all of them. See, a few things to mention. You notice that we have two versions of some and four versions of others. Here we have four versions. Here we have two versions. Mi libro, mi mesa, mis libros, plural nouns, mis mesas, plural nouns. Tu libros, singular nouns, tu mesas, singular noun, tus libros, plural nouns, tus mesas, plural nouns. Notice that there is no accents in tu, even though the other one is the subject pronoun. Tú estudias, tú comes, that one is the subject pronoun that replaces the noun who's doing the action, and you do conjugate a verb with it. This one you don't conjugate because you are saying your, and this is, that one is you speak, you talk, tú hablas, tú comes, tú whatever, and here we're saying your book, okay? So tus libros, plural version with plural noun, and then mesas, tus mesas, okay? Su, and I want you to notice that we have su libro, su mesa, sus libros, sus mesas, and here we have su libro, sus libros, su mesa, sus mesas. That's where ambiguity is possible in the language. We're going to learn how to solve it. Then we have the plural ones. We have 4 versions because the first plural person and the second one, they have gender agreement too. The other ones only have number agreement. So we have nuestro libro is 1 book and it's masculine. We have mesa, which is 1 but it's feminine, so we say nuestra mesa. And the plural one is just changing to the adding the s. So libros, nuestros libros, and mesas, nuestras mesas. We have nuestro, nuestra, nuestros, and nuestras. The same thing for vosotros. Vuestro libro, vuestra mesa, vuestros libros, vuestras mesas. And then we already covered sus, okay? So one by one, piece by piece, slowly. Let's address filter of English. Possessive apostrophe doesn't exist in Spanish. We don't even have the same word order at all. See? So look at that. When you guys say John's car or Mary's cat, we do not even say John carro or Maria's gato. No, that word order doesn't exist. That word order doesn't exist. I'm recording. So what happens instead is that we say it like the car of John, the cat of Mary. That's the pattern in English that is similar to the one in Spanish. El coche de Juan, el gato de María, okay? El coche de Juan, el gato de María. So when you think about John's car's pattern or Mary's cat type of pattern, switch to the car of John, and then you're going to end up in Spanish in good terms with the language, respecting the language. Now, here we have another way of the same apostrophe, but with the contraction, see? So look at that. When we say doctors, the doctor's car or the lady's cat, we have this construction here. ¿Sí? El coche del doctor, de el doctor, is in contraction with, these two end up in contraction with del. It doesn't happen in the other ones. It's only singular masculine because doctor is, the owner is singular and masculine, so de el doctor ends in a contraction which is del. De la dama, no. Okay? No contraction there. Muy bien. How does the agreement works in possessive adjectives in Spanish? Because we do have, they are adjectives, so there is agreement. So the owner doesn't matter, but the item that we own is what matters. So when we say estos son mis libros, estos son mis libros, mis doesn't agree with the person who owns it, it agrees with the item. In this case, libros is masculine, and it doesn't matter because mis doesn't have gender, but libros has plural, is plural, so me and mis are the only two versions. I use the plural version. And nuestra mesa, look at that, nuestra mesa agrees with mesa. We are using the a version of nuestra because mesa is feminine singular, and we're not using the s there. So the object agrees in gender and number, or just in gender for those that apply, with the item. The possessive adjective agrees in gender and number, or only in number, with the item, not with the owner. In English, you say her. Let's imagine that her brother. See, her brother. No, in Spanish it would be had to agree with brother and not with the person that owns the brother. If you own it, you don't. Okay, so I mentioned ambiguity, and the ambiguity happens in su. These are all the versions we have. Me, tu, su has number only, number agreement. nosotros and nosotras, and vosotros and vosotras, they have gender and number agreement. See, one by one. Tú is the informal and su is gonna be the formal. And tú doesn't have an accent mark. This one is the possessive adjective your. It does not have an accent mark. Vamos, my is me or mis, depending on the item, singular or plural. Okay, so we have only two versions of this one. Same thing for tu libros en tus mesas. See, it could mean my. They have mine and you have your. Two versions only. We're gonna go for su, which could be your, his, her, and its. So that's where the ambiguity goes. Our, we have four versions: nuestro, nuestra, nuestros, and nuestras. Then your in Spain, we have vuestro, vuestra, vuestros, vuestras, and it has four versions. Okay? You're in there, again, su mesa, su libro, sus libros, sus mesas. Careful with that. I'll explain in a minute that. So if you say your, su libro, su mesa, who is the owner? Because it could be hers, it could be his, it could be its, it could be your, it could be their. We have six possible owners. This is the question: who owns them? So when you say su clase, who owns the class? Sus noches, who owns the night? Whose nights they're talking about? Su libro, whose book you're talking about? Or sus sillas, whose chairs you're talking about? This is how we solve that ambiguity, because as it is of now, we don't know. So we say su clase, la clase de ella, and then we know now that it's only one and it's a woman. You could say la clase de Patricia, o la clase del doctor Con, o la clase de él, ¿sí? De él, de ellas, de su profesora, la profesora de Ana, ¿sí? La profesora de Ana. To avoid ambiguity, we use this construction, de plus the owner or the pronoun. Yes, you obviously can use the name as it is in the last sentence, de Ana. And that's how we solve the ambiguity. Now, in summary, we have these options. Number agreement, only me, tu, su, show only agreement, and the plural version is me, tu, sus, while gender and number agreement is the two, nuestro and vuestro. So we have four versions for nuestro and four versions for vuestro. So nuestro, nuestros, nuestra, nuestras, vuestro, vuestros, vuestra, vuestras. Don't worry about using this one. You can get by and easily communicate with su and sus, because in Latin America we don't use vuestro, okay? In terms, we also have a possessive adjective that it makes emphasis. It's the emphatic possessive adjective, and it follows the noun. It doesn't go before the noun. See? So este libro, este es mi libro, no es tuyo. So look at this example. El libro mío, la cinta mía, los libros míos, las cintas mías. El libro tuyo, en la cinta suya, los libros tuyos, en las cintas tuyas. So for me is mía, mío, mías, míos. And for tú is tuyo, tuya, tuyos, tuyas. And for su is suyo, suya, el libro suyo, la cinta suya, los libros suyos, las cintas suyas. For ours, nuestro is the same one. El libro nuestro, los libros nuestros, la cinta nuestra, las cintas nuestras. And for vuestro is the same one. El libro vuestro, la cinta vuestra, los libros vuestros, las cintas vuestras. Los libros suyos go back to the same one that we use for su singular. So, mi, mío, tú, tuyo, su, suyo, and the plural version. And these emphatic adjectives go after the noun. When we talk about possessive adjectives, the ones that are not emphatics, not stressed, they go before the noun. And that's it for now. I'll let you go to my Spanish lab to see the assignments that we have there. Bye-bye.